In this video, we will clean up this test a little bit. So you can see here that this test has the same thing going over and over again. We call the rule, we expect something. We call the rule, we expect something. Everything about these tests are the same, except the value that we're testing and the result that we are expecting. I've just told you the differences between each case, but if you're new to this test, it can be a while before you figure out that everything is exactly the same. Let's make this test a lot more readable by using datasets. Let me show you how it works. At the end of your test, you can call a function with, and you should give it an array. And each item of this array contains a set of values that will be passed to the function. Sounds a bit confusing, but with an example it will become more clear. So for instance, we can copy my string and bring it over here without the quotes, and we expect this value to be validated. So the rule passes, so it should be true. Now let's also do that for the second value. So I'm just going to type it this time, just a lowercase my string, and then we expect the result to be false. And I'm going to speed up the video so all cases are covered. And now we can adjust this function. So the first parameter that comes in is the value, and the second one is a boolean with the expected result. Now I can remove this big chunk of code. And instead of using the hard-coded value, I'm going to use the value that is passed by my dataset. And when expecting a result, I'm also going to use the value that is being passed. So to be expected result, like that. It's a lot more clear, right? By writing it this way, you know that this piece of code will be executed for each entry in this array. Let's test it out. And sure enough, our test pass. In test output, you will also see the values that you are using. So if one of the cases is wrong, let's maybe make it red here and run the test again, then you know exactly which case is failing for you. Let's make it green again. So this should be false. Let's run it again. And sure enough, the test passes. So whenever you find yourself doing the same thing in a test over and over again, consider using a dataset. There are actually a few other options with dataset which we'll cover in other videos.